Hi, this is Josh Clark with this week's episode of Be Your Best. Today I want to talk about the law of bamboo growth. Did you know that timber bamboo can grow 90 feet in just 60 days? Isn't that amazing? Extraordinary growth. And if only you're thinking we could achieve that kind of growth toward our goals in our personal development, our relationships, our careers. But you know what I didn't tell you? Is that for the first 3 years, the bamboo farmer has to water and tend to the bamboo seeds without seeing any growth whatsoever. Now my question to you is, are you committed to your goals? Are you committed to your personal development? Are you committed to the relationships, your career? Are you willing to your business? Are you willing to put forth that kind of effort over a prolonged period of time without seeing the results immediately? You see, the key to success in every area of life is understanding the law of bamboo growth. You remember when you started working out at the gym? Did you see results right away? Of course not. In fact, if you remember, you ached, you hurt, you felt like giving up. But then it was only by continuing to persevere that finally the breakthrough came, the transformation came. You know, the same is true when it comes to relationships. When you begin to work on your marriage, you don't see the results right away. In fact, you may even be questioned, why are you doing that? I'm not used to that. But then when you begin to put forth that effort, you put forth that daily discipline in the relationship, whether it's children, spouse, all of a sudden the fruit comes down the road. You know, the same is true in starting a business. You start a business, you don't see the results right away. In fact, you invest in that business, oftentimes financially, and certainly you spend a great deal of time investing and sowing into that business. And then finally, long after you've been tempted to give up, you see the results. And oftentimes it's like a bamboo. It just takes off. And people say, oh, look at that, and they're envious of it. But the reality is you had to put forth a daily discipline. So I want to encourage you, don't grow weary in well-doing. For in due season you will reap if you faint not. See, don't measure your week by the harvest, but rather by the seeds that you sow. I think about Moses. I've been studying that lately in Exodus. When God told Moses, go tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Did he let them go right away? No. In fact, things got worse. In fact, he made it harder on the Israelites. What would you and I have done as a leader then? Would we have given up? But you know what? Moses persevered. In fact, God had to send 10 plagues along until finally Pharaoh let them go. But you know what? In the end, he let them go and everyone gave them the spoil of Egypt and said, get out of here, go. God had a plan. And I want to tell you that God has a plan for your life. I want to tell you, you're not a product of chance. God has given you goals and given you dreams. He's given you unique talents, gifts, and ability that only you possess. Now it's up to you. Will you persevere? Will you apply the law of bamboo growth and see the extraordinary life and realize the extraordinary life that God has for you? See, you can be a catalyst to change the world, starting right there, personally, in your home, in your workplace, your community, and the world around you. So my challenge to you is to identify 3 areas that you want to apply the law of bamboo growth, and then ask yourself, are you willing to put forth the daily discipline to achieve those? And then I want to ask you, if this video has encouraged you, will you take a moment to share it with your friends and family and loved ones? And together, we can be a catalyst to change the world, one person at a time. God bless.